Hello guys, welcome to the world. Al-Nassr, I'm Khabs and Mohapi. We'll look at these issues of Riyad Mahrez, Ivan Toney of Al-Ahli after playing a draw against Al-Ahli, I think, yesterday. But match preview, please smash that like on this video. We're going to play against Al-Okhdood, and you can say this is the easy game, just like Al-Nassr. We have to win this game, and we will win this game. We'll win this game. This is the second from the bottom. So they expect this team to do what? Nothing. We'll win this game, and we'll go all the way and play against Al-Ettifaq. We'll play against Al-Ettifaq next week, Wednesday, on the 15th. And after that, then, because remember, this game, we're supposed to play this game on the 24th. So, because we are going to contest on the AFC Champions League 2, quarter-final and semi-final, because I expect us to win against Al-Nassr and all the way and win on the semi-final. So meaning we're going to play that game, and on the 22nd. So on the 24th we are not going to be able. We requested that we did the video on that issue of the adjustments. So one of the date moved from the 24th back to the 15th of April, so against Al-Ettifaq. But now we're going to play against Al-Okhdood. Are we sure? We are not sure if Inigo Martinez will be available on this game. Will he be available, Inigo? Maybe, maybe not. But last time he's not going to be available unless something happens. But he's not going to be available. The player which is going to be available is Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman is going to be available against Al-Okhdood. And of course, Joao was out because of the suspension of yellow cards. So he collected lots of yellow cards, so he was out because of that. So he will be back, Joao Felix. Joao. Another player, Saad Fahad Al-Nassr, he was feeling a pain. Actually, it was muscle fatigue. Him, Al-Naji, Mohamed Simakan, just after that game of Al-Nassr, but they are fine now, all of them. They are fine. They will be part of this game of Al-Okhdood. We are away to Al-Okhdood. Remember, this is the game where we lost our best defender, Mohamed Simakan, after this game, because they can be rough. Al-Okhdood, the way they were playing on that game against Al-Nassr, I was not happy, and we ended losing Mohamed Simakan in that game, which was wrong, was not the right thing, because Mohamed Simakan is one of our best players. So we ended losing Mohamed Simakan. And now Nico will be back against Al-Nassr. Of course, it was supposed to be 4 weeks. This muscle is the same injury of Cristiano Ronaldo. So because I realized last week, this is the same injury. So if it is the same injury, meaning Inigo Martinez will be back maybe on Sunday. So you expect him to be part against Al-Ettifaq, which I said we don't need him against Al-Nassr, and we don't need him against Al-Okhdood. We'll only need him against Al-Ettifaq. Almost all of our players against Al-Ettifaq, we need them. We need them. Because against Al-Ettifaq, especially they are coming from back-to-back wins. They won, I think they won, I'm not sure, but I think they won against Al-Riyadh, but I can just confirm if they won against Al-Riyadh, but they won against Al-Qadsiya, 1-3-2 against Al-Qadsiya. So if really they won against Al-Riyadh, then you can say it's a back-to-back wins. They played yesterday. We can say yesterday because while I'm taking this video, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. Wow, no. Al-Ettifaq lost against Al-Riyadh. They lost 3-2 against Al Riyadh at home, Al Ettifaq. So we're going to play against Al Ettifaq. So they've lost one, they won one from these 2 games. We won against Al-Nassr, and then now we're going to play against Al-Okhdood. You know, I said this thing, that is going to be tough for these 2 teams, Al-Hilal and Al-Ahli. But we will continue on that when we talk on the second story. But the way we managed this game of Al-Nassr last time, these are small teams. You can draw if you don't play wisely against them. So we end up winning this game, and we will continue and do the same thing against Al-Okhdood. Of course, our coach, it seems like he loves Abdullah Al-Amri. For me, if Inigo is available, of course, Abdullah Al-Amri is fine on that position. But if not, Inigo is not available, I think, can we play Nadal Sharari? But you see, our coach, it seems like he prefers him. He loves the guy on that position. But then can we play Bushal instead of Sahad Fahad? Because both of them on that left side, I don't think it works for us. So I think instead we play Abdullah Al-Amri and Bushal, or Abdullah Al-Amri and Yaya. On that position, Yaya came as a left back, and Abdullah Al-Amri as a left centre back, or Bushal as a left back and Abdullah Al-Amri as a left centre back. I think one of them, if we can play one of them instead of Sahad Fahad Al-Nassr in that position, I think it's gonna work. But because I think he was playing the original number 3 on that position, because he looks at this thing and says, no, we need an original, because Abdullah Al-Amri, maybe he wants someone who can cover him. But I think Bushal can do that better than Sahad Fahad Al-Nassr. I think so. But of course, we'll continue with our 4-4-2. However, even if we can play 4-3-3, but I mean, we are used to 4-4-2 nowadays. We changed that since that game of the Super Cup, so we changed completely. For me, of course, we'll go with Bento. Bento considered 2 goals on the previous match. Will he? He will be our goalkeeper, of course. Bento. And then after Bento, then we'll go with Sultan. We'll go with Sultan. Of course, after Sultan as our right back, then we'll go with Mohamed Simakan. Mohamed Simakan, this is his original. I mean, he stays here. He's a controller. He's a ruler of this defense. So we'll go with Mohamed Simakan. And then I still believe if Inigo is not available, we'll go with Abdullah Al-Amri. And then for me, I think we'll go with Bushal. We go with Bushal. I think he realized this thing. I said this against Al-Nassr, we need to go with Bushal, but we started with Al-Sahad. But somewhere then we introduced Bushal. And we remove Sahad Fahad in that position, Al-Nassr. So then, of course, Mane and Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman is back from his injury, so he will throw him straight into that lineup. So you expect Mane and Kingsley Coman, one as a left wing and another as a right wing. And then when you look right there, you find Angelo, and I think we'll go with Angelo. And I think we'll go with Brozovic. I don't think we'll go with Al-Khaibar. I think we'll go with Angelo and Brozovic. And then after Marcelo Brozovic, then of course we will then go with our 2 forwards. And then this time we are not going to, I don't think we'll play with Al-Hamdan. I think we'll go with Joao Felix. Of course we'll go with Cristiano Ronaldo as a captain. Another 2 goals, another 3 goals. I think this must be 4-1. I don't expect us to concede, but it's a low. They will play a low block and all of this thing, and we are away to Al-Okhdood. So I think they will score 1, and then we'll win 4-1 or 5-1. I think we'll score more goals. Cristiano maybe 2-3 goals. You expect Joao to contribute to this game. Mane on the previous match he scores 2. I think 2. Yes, 2. Mane scores 2. And then Al-Hamdan, of course, he will come as a substitute in this game. He won't start this game. So There's going to be a lot of games from here because we are playing on the 11th, playing on the 15th, playing on the 19th, playing on the 22nd, playing on the 28th. So on the 28th, of course, against Al-Ahli. That's how it's going to happen. We're going to play Al-Ahli. Only 6 games remaining, guys. We start with Al-Okhdood, go Al-Ettifaq, and then Al-Ahli. How many? Is Al-Okhdood, Al-Ettifaq, Al-Ahli, and then Al-Qadsiya, Al-Hilal, Al-Shabaab, and Damak. 7 games left. Okay, so this will be our 7 games. So we win against Al-Hilal, is done. We'll end this story against Al-Hilal because we're going to play against Al-Ahli at home. We'll play Al-Ettifaq at home, and we'll play Al-Hilal at home. So out of this 7 matches, Al-Okhdood away, Al-Qadsiya away, and Al-Shabaab away. So 4 games will be at home, and against these big teams will be at home. Against Al-Ettifaq, against Al-Ahli, and against Al-Qadsiya. Al-Hilal, Al-Ahli, Al-Ettifaq, and Al-Qadsiya, and Damak will be at home. Only one of the top 4, which is Al-Qadsiya, will play them away. So you can say this is one of the biggest matches which we have to be focused against, then win the league after the Al-Hilal game. So this is how we're going to line up, and I believe we must, protect our players if we score enough goals before halftime or just after halftime, before 60-70 minutes, and remove them. We do the same thing the way we did against Al-Nassr, remove Mohamed Simakan, because remember, as I said, this game is the same game where our player got injured, Mohamed Simakan. And on these 4 coming matches, something happened. Something happened on that day against Al-Okhdood. Our best player got injured. On the next game, we played against Al-Ettifaq. The second game we play against Al-Ahli, Bouchal received a red card. And remember, Bouchal can play as a right back and as a left back. He's the only player we have actually who can play as a left back and a right back at the same time. So we then lost him, and then we played Al-Qadsiya, and then against Al-Hilal we lost our goalkeeper. By that time he was our number 1 goalkeeper, our best goalkeeper, Nawaf Al-Akidi, because since Bento then concedes 2 goals against Al-Hilal and played very bad against Al-Hilal, and he was about to cost us a game against Al-Ittihad on Super Cup, and he cost us almost against Al-Ahli, and then the coach decided to remove him completely as our number 1 goalkeeper and put Nawaf Al-Akidi. And Nawaf Al-Akidi, of course, it took us about 10 matches, then go back to Bento and continues with Bento. And of course Bento, since then he's on form. Bento, he played well against Al-Fateh, against Al-Faya, Messi. So we continue, and we'll continue with Bento until the end of this season, I think so, if he won't get injured, right? So then we have to look at this thing. The crybabies, they cried about that game. Al-Nassr was not playing. You'll think Al-Nassr played yesterday when they were playing against, on Wednesday, they were playing against Al-Faya, and the other one was playing against Al-Okhdood, which is Al-Hilal won 6-0 with Karim Benzema scoring a hat-trick in that game. And I love the way they wrote that. They said he scored his goals on first half. The first one coming netting on 9 minutes, the first goal, and the second goal came around 35 minutes, and then on the extra time he scored his hat-trick. You see here, he scored 1 goal, 1 penalty, and another goal. But when they wrote, they don't say, no, he scored one goal in 9 minutes and penalties in 35 minutes and he finishes a trick on extra time. No, they don't say that. If it was Cristiano agenda, they will say something else. But not only that, what I want to talk about is this issue of Ivan Toney, because the report says, he said the system wants a certain team to win, and then the way he was insinuating as if they want Al-Nassr to win, the league and Cristiano Ronaldo. They are crying. They did this against Al-Ahli. Now they were playing against Al-Ahli. We played against Al-Ahli, we won 2-1. We played against Al-Ahli and then we won 3-1. They played against Al-Ahli, they decided to play 1-1 against Al-Ahli. Remember, this Al-Ahli is on position 9 in the league. What did you expect? Al-Ahli to win this game of Al-Ahli just like that? I didn't expect Al-Ahli to win this game. I said this is where they're going to drop points here. I said Al-Hilal is going to drop points against Al-Taun. They did so. Why? And Ruben Neves, because it seems like there's a hate on this player. I won't say Ruben Neves got that. He's showing hate on Ronaldo. I don't know what's going on with him. But for Ivan Toney and Riyad Mahrez, there's a problem. Because I think it's a hate. I think they have a little bit of hate. I don't think this is because they played 2-2. They played against Al-Ahli. They went to Al-Ahli knowing exactly they are not going to win that game easily. They got there, they become exposed. Al-Ahli came back. I mean, you are playing against Kambuli. You are playing against Sakala. You are playing against who's the other player of Al-Faha? Jason. You are playing against these players, and you go there and you become exposed as Al-Ahli. They lost. They drew. They lost 2 points. They collected only 1 point from that game. And after the game, they now decided to attack someone else, not Al-Ahli. No, someone else. We are talking about a team which have more penalties than any other team in the league. But they were complaining that they were supposed to be given a penalty. It was a penalty. No, they didn't give them the penalty. They are behind Al-Nassr with 5 points. They win, it's become 2. But Al-Nassr will play against Al-Okhdood. He's not going to play against Al-Qadsiya away. No. They're going to play against Al-Okhdood, second from the bottom. They expect Al-Okhdood to do what? Meaning they will complain if Al-Nassr wins against Al-Okhdood. They said, oh, they were supposed... The way they did when Al-Ahli was scored, Ronaldo scored that last minute penalty against Al-Ahli, and they said, no, it was not supposed to be a penalty. Them saying the same thing. Now they are playing against Al-Ahli. This is their opportunity to beat Al-Ahli. They ended throwing this game of Al-Ahli. What an embarrassment of Al-Ahli. It's so embarrassing. But they did so on Saudi Super Cup. Because on Saudi Super Cup, I mean, they said Al-Nassr was favored to win the whole competition. By who? I think by the Hong Kong. Because they said even the field is not accommodating the Al-Ahli players. They complained about many things that time. And then they then win the Super Cup. They keep quiet. No one ever came out and say, we apologize for thinking that the Ronaldo wants to rig, or the Saudi Federation and Hong Kong wants to rig the whole competition for Cristiano Ronaldo. They never. They never. They keep quiet. Now they realize that after this thing, Al-Nassr wins their 2 games, the remaining 2 games. And remember, they're going to play against Al-Fateh. They are not just going to play against, they're going to play again against Al-Fateh. They will be at home. I expect them to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't win against Al-Fateh at home. So what are they going to say? Al-Nassr will play against Al-Okhdood, win this game against Al-Okhdood, and win that game against Al-Ettifaq. They will be at home against Al-Ettifaq. Because this is the team which played almost all of the big teams away from home. Just imagine. Against Al-Hilal, away. Against Al-Ittihad, away. Against Al-Ahli, away. Against Al-Tawun, away. Now you think they're just going to only Al-Shabaab? So you think now they will be at home, now they will start to lose these games? No, it's their turn now. They will be at home, home ground advantage. They will use it into their advantage, and they will win Al-Ettifaq. They will be at home against Al-Hilal, and they will be at home against Ivan Toney. So how is he going to win the league if he can't beat Al-Fayya? He will beat Al-Nassr at home at Al Park. No, it's 50-50. I think they must learn what the... And then another, because even Ruben Neves after Al-Tawun, because Ruben Neves firstly, Al-Tawun played 1-1 against Al-Hilal, and Ruben Neves said, no, against Al-Hilal, some teams in the Saudi league, they play volleyball, or they act as if they play volleyball, which is an insult to the league. Because you are playing 1-1 against Al-Tawun, and then Al-Tawun visited them, Al-Hilal. It's time for them to win the game. They played 2-2. He came out again and said, no, Al-Nassr got only 5 points. There's still a lot of games to go. But Al-Nassr is going to play against Al-Okhdood, Al-Najma, them at home, Ivan Toney at home, Al-Ettifaq at home. So them, they're going to play against Al-Fayya away, Al-Nassr away. I think they must, you know, a wise man said, you don't have to count the number of games you have, you count the one you won. But I think they are counting the wrong games here. Because if really they can look at this thing, they will understand that Al-Nassr is on the position with 7 games remaining, playing against Al-Okhdood, Damak, Al-Shabaab and Al-Ettifaq. Being at home, Al-Nassr is in a good position of wrapping this thing before the end of the season. That's it. So I hope the league will look at this, because when Jorge Jesus said there is a Al-Hilal is politically connected when it comes to these issues compared to Al-Nassr actually. After Nawaf Al-Akiti received a red card, I mean, he paid a fine. Paid a fine of about 50,000 Saudi Arabian currency. So it's time for the Saudi Arabian Football Federation to look at this thing, because it can't be every time when the boys are losing and they lose their shit. I mean, they lose everything. I mean, that's nonsense. How if you lose a game or you draw a game, now you're starting to blame the whole league, throwing it under the bus? I think the Saudi league must look at this thing seriously, of Ivan Toney and of Ruben Neves, because it can't be every time when they lose a game, they just throw everyone. No. Everyone. when Ronaldo lost against, this thing was happening, he said, they pointed a team. They don't do that. They point the whole league, including the team now. The whole league. So what is happening on the left hand side, of course, for everything, for the equation to balance, it must happen on the right hand side. So I believe the Saudi League must look at what Ivan Toney said, and then if really said this thing, if really Ivan Toney said this thing, they must look at it, and the punishment must soon be available for everyone to see that this is the league. They can't always, because they are doing this intentionally, just to cause controversy. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, put your comment. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.